Okay, this is the tutorial on effects and how to do effects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go over here, and you're originally here. I'm going to select bus 1 to 8, and I'm going to unmute sound effects rack bus 5. I'm going to turn that on. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send bus 5 my channel 1. That is having my microphone that I'm speaking on currently, and if I talk louder you can see this up here is actually that. I'm going to turn off this fader because if I go over here to the sound effects rack with that on, oh my goodness, that is going to cause problems. That is going to give me feedback because now I'm sending the effects that I've just made on this channel back to this channel, back to that channel, back to this channel. Make sure you turn off the send and do not send it to this, but send this to the house. Now I should be ready to send this pretty soon. Check 1 2, testing 1 2, check check. Testing 1 2, check check. Testing 1 2. Do I have to maybe check check 1 2? Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually turn this up on the board, and now I'm hitting this guy because I'm hitting it both there and I'm hitting the house. So I'm hitting both of them at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to effects here, and I'm going to go to the home of effects, and bus 5 here is bus 5 here, bus 6, bus 6, bus 7, bus 7, so on and so forth. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, and keep in mind, bus 5 routes sound effects 1, bus 6 goes to sound effects 2, bus 7 3, bus 8 4. Pretty simple. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose something here, and I can dial through the types, and I could really go all day on this. This takes forever to go through. I'm going to pick something easy though. Something you're probably not going to use, but it's nice to know because every once in a while you're going to want something to sound kind of cool. You're going to have somebody who's like, hey dude, can you get this instrument to make a, it's really nice for instruments, for voices sometimes. If the person's doing storytelling or magic, both of those are really nice to use this for. So I'm going to use chamber effect, chamber reverb, and I have to hit, when I select it, I have to push it in as set. If I don't do that, it will not change. Set. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to hit edit on that. And now I'm editing it. Okay. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to adjust its level. I can adjust the level's volume. So now I'm sounding more of an echo to the system. This is actually pretty high. So I'm going to do a little bit more delay on that, which is going to get to last longer. I'm going to have its decay set to a longer time so that my echoes are going to last longer. So decay is going to make it last longer. Pre-delay is going to make it take longer to take effect, which is going to, in this case, mean that it's going to have to be louder to begin with for it to last. I have a dampening area here, and I can set that to wherever I really want. I'm actually going to pull in that decay a little bit. If you set the decay too high, and the delay too high, and the level too high, you will get feedback. Diffusion. What diffusion is kind of like on a light. It's hard to explain in sound terms. Think of it as like spreading and mixing rather than coming out with a clear, sharp sound. So if I pull that all the way down, you'll notice that how the sound changes here. More sharp. I push that back. Now it's more smooth with the echoes. So now I have a really crazy voice. You probably wouldn't want the sound effect this much. except for maybe at one point in the show, like if I was a magician and I wanted to have a dark background and then be announcing things as like images were being displayed on the screen. I'm actually really interested to see what this sounds like on a music source, aren't you? Because this is a microphone right now. I wonder what it sounds like on music. The only thing I find really weird about this whole sound effect system that really should be noted is you don't only have to send on fader to this channel, this feed. You have to off fader send this channel as well. Then also off fader, not on fader, you have to send this in order for any of this to work. Without that, it's just like the normal music. Trust me, this is what it normally sounds like. Electric music normally sounds like this with the sound effects. So it really depends on what you want this system to sound like. Usually if you're going for some sound effect, you want it to sound unnatural or abnormal, which is applicable in a lot of senses and can make a lot of settings very nice indeed.